Hi, I'm Sean with Sean's Tech Blog. I run pro bono interviews with guest speakers in tech and cybersecurity, and I also do open work spotlight interviews, amplifying job seekers' visibility. So today here I'm here with John, and I'm going to interview him and see what roles he's targeting. So I'm going to go right into the interview. Um, John, if you can please tell us about yourself. What you do, etc.
Sure, I'm happy to. Name's John Warren. I'm in the Middle Tennessee area. Consider myself a cybersecurity professional. I've completed associates in computer information technology, a bachelor's in network operations and security, and then most recently a master's in cybersecurity and information assurance. Along with my educational background, I've also held roles in incident management, service desk team leadership, as well as risk operations. Those are the type of roles that I'm looking for as well. But that's a little high level about me introduction.
Okay. And I was going to go right into the next one. What roles were you targeting?
Okay.
Um,
Mainly
so I
is
just
incident and problem management would be the big key factor. I really feel like I excel in that incident and problem management, as well as risk mitigations, risk management, risk assessments, even full blown security assessment. Those types of roles I'm open to. So I'm pretty much open and flexible to anything. Just trying to broaden my horizon and increase my career exposure.
okay. And you know what? Let me just ask one of these generic ones here. What makes you stand out in incident management? What kind of
I'd say my ability to remain calm under pressure, to not let things get me down, being able to be that calm in the storm, so to speak, and be able to be that focal point to help hold all the pieces together, being able to cross function and collaborate and communicate things efficiently and effectively, as well as doing efficient diagnosis and troubleshooting in the initial outset, but also I specialize in the follow through as far as full blown root cause analysis and post incident reviews as well.
and can you tell us about any projects highlighting some of this audit work, risk management you've done?
Yes, most specifically, during my bachelor's course training, I did a kind of a mock up of a structured implementation of the logarithm SEAM platform in a healthcare environment. At that time, I conveniently was working in the healthcare field at a large healthcare, behavioral healthcare organization in the Mid South, located in Nashville, that I was tenured with. So I used my school capstone project to pretend that I was implementing that system within the actual real world work environment. So I based it off of all of our different facilities and the tech stacks that we had at each one, and then did that into a successful pretend implementation. Lined out all the timelines for scheduling, project management, the aspect of that, getting your tech, your equipment, your lining up with facility leadership, and did that as a successful pretend. The company itself was going to potentially take that on as a potential implementation as well. However, their high level, C-level leadership changed during that time period. So my project was kind of set to the side, but it was something that I did as an accomplishment, both from the educational and career aspect. And then whenever I followed into my master's program, I used that same framework template drafting that I did, and did it even further from the concept and perspective of fully adding full end-to-end zero trust security encryption methodologies within that environment as well. It was a little bit different to do since I was no longer actively employed at the organization. I didn't have the same details, but I kind of carried over my same information from one to the other. And then I utilized that for my capstone project for my master's degree as well. So I had not necessarily a partnership, but I did work directly with one of the sales engineers at the logarithm company while I was doing my pretend project implementation, and I still have an ongoing relationship with them to today as well.
Okay. And so uh you have an open to work right now. So
Yes.
is this the first time in the last couple months, or how have you stayed resilient during these I don't know
So I just
time
found
period?
out last Tuesday that my current position is ending in a couple of weeks. So that was unexpected and abrupt to me, but I'm quickly hitting the ground running. Updated my resume, my LinkedIn profile, informing my network that I am open to work. I've been filling out applications left and right. I've also utilized my own technical proficiencies to build kind of an automated workflow that searches and scours daily for new postings across different job markets, provides me a cataloged list of those, and then also follows through to the careers page and uses my resume and my cover letter to basically automatically fill in the details and apply for me. It's not a full blown automation. It's more of a human in the loop automation that I've built out so that I can make sure that all the information that's submitted to each application is correct and accurate. But it has led to a significant time savings. And I'm hoping to be able to utilize those automation skills that I've taught myself in a real world setting in a production environment with my new, whatever new company I end up going with as well. So I'm actively starting the interview process with several different companies. I've had initial phone interviews this week. Just today before our call, I've had a couple. So I'm really happy and hopeful. And I hope that this opportunity would give me a better exposure as well. Potentially if somebody sees, the sharing of your content and may be interested in speaking with me further that way as well.
Okay, yeah, I hope so too. Trying to that's what I try to do, amplify visibility, and let's get into what kind of roles, environments can you do on site, remote, or you open to relocation?
Sure. I prefer, ideally, would be fully remote, but I am very flexible. I am, I located in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, so not too far outside of Nashville or Franklin areas, as well as the surrounding, Christiana, Laverne, Lebanon, those types of areas. I'm fine with, ideally, if there's some type of hybrid. I would prefer not to do fully on-site roles just because I do like having that flexibility and the time at home and the reduced travel. But for the right company and the right pay and benefits, I would be open to a fully on-site role. It would just truly depend on the nature of the position and the benefits that come along with it. But I am very flexible in that.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with you on the especially with gas right now.
Yes,
The way it is, it's super expensive, $6, $7 out here in California.
absolutely.
Um, and what kind of environments? I don't know. Let's go some bonus questions here. Does it matter to you, or culture fit, or can you blend in with any environment?
I feel like I'm very flexible. I blended in any environment. I've worked in very tight knit groups that were very small, and then I've worked in very large, global organizations that are truly high level enterprise environments. So I can, very flexible and fluid. Ideally, I do like to work in team environments where I do have, some level of direct visibility with coworkers that are on the same page, but I also have that leadership and managerial experience as well. So I have no problems, stepping up when the event arises and the need arises to be able to be a leadership or manager to others. So that type of opportunity is what I'm looking for. That growth and team dynamic would really be great. But I am also very happy in doing just individual contribution work. Um, I excel in any environment, pretty much whatever. I've never found a challenge that I've shied away from, would be a good way to put it.
Okay. And have you led and trained people in different tasks at
Yes, I have.
companies?
Whenever I worked at a healthcare organization, I started out entry level in the service desk, entry level first level, and I quickly moved up into tier two and then their team leadership. So I had 25, 26 people that were tier one and tier two and tier three support level technicians reporting to me as a team leader day to day. I did that for many months. Then I moved into a risk operations role where I was more of an individual contributor to a team. But then most recently with my incident management role, I have been back into having about three service desk team leads, supervisors across different time zones reporting to me. So I have that familiarity and flexibility with leadership. And then in my early career, I also had many manual labor jobs where I ended up becoming the team lead or the leader of a planer line system, where I ended up, being the senior tech of multiple different people that were reporting to me, that I had to train them on industry standards, best practices. And I pride myself on being able to do that or build out training information for others so that it can be carried along for the future as well.
Okay, and then I want to go into, how do you try to add value to a company when you start, whatever company it is, right when you start?
I try to make quick, fast relationships, so build that established rapport, but also asking pertinent questions on where the challenges are, truly getting down to the root of what value can I add, knowing quickly where those problems are. I'm a solutions expert. That's what I would consider myself if I had to give myself a self-imposed title. Is you present me with problems, I'm going to help you make it not a problem anymore. I want to give you that solution on a silver platter, wrapped in a bow, whatever you want, all the accoutrements. I'm your guy. Like, I can do that. And I feel like I've pride myself on being able to jump into any situation and be able to know what types of questions to ask to get to that point quickly and effectively.
Okay, and we're towards the end here. So, is there anything that I haven't asked that you want to highlight, talk about yourself, or elaborate on, so that a future employer can know about you, that's not on your resume or your LinkedIn profile? Something you left out, something, projects,
The
anything like
biggest
that.
thing would be to check out my Credly page. It is linked through my LinkedIn, so a lot of people aren't familiar. But if you are familiar with Credly, it's a way to catalog, kind of like a backpack of certifications or online training that has been completed. I've done a lot of that self-service as well within my professional roles. Previously, during my role at Acadia Healthcare, I helped build out their learning management system. So I am familiar with and using those systems as an end user, as well as administrating them and setting up training plans for others. And then I vetted a bunch of those courses myself. So my Credly page shows probably, I'd say, over 300 or 400 skills and course completions and certifications. So I've got active industry certs as well as learning management platform systems that allows me to quickly integrate in any environment, be able to have the appropriate discussions regardless of the technology stack or the realm of focus, and be able to be cross-functional in any capacity. So that's kind of a big final takeaway from me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to finish up here, and thank you, John. And I want to reach out to the other employers out there. Looking to John and fellow job seekers out there. I'm continuing to feature open work professionals and create a spotlight for them to amplify their visibility while they're looking for work. So reach out to me, Sean's Tech Blog. I'm going to stop the recording here, and we're going to continue with some bonus material.